Hey, what's up? I'm glad you made it here. This is Rodder MMA Bet, and this is arguably the most comprehensive and profitable betting channel on YouTube. I have experience of betting MMA and the UFC for more than 9 years, and I'll be here sharing my betting strategy for the upcoming events. And in this case, I'll be doing the full card predictions for UFC Fight Night 185 or UFC Vegas 19, Blaydes versus Lewis. I'll be soon telling how I'm betting this card and give you guys the breakdown. Please bear with me until the end, also if you would like to hear the past results. Before proceeding though, please be aware this is how I'm laying my money. So if you'd like to follow anything that I'm saying here, be aware that this is your full responsibility and accountability. And there's also a disclaimer in the description if you'd like to read it before proceeding. Just wanted to thank you all guys for the support. The channel now is growing at an interesting pace. My goal here is obviously to share my experience and for you guys to maximize your profits or cover your losses. If this is helpful for you in this regard, consider supporting the channel. I have set up my Patreon account and my PayPal account for international donations, alright? Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe, share with your friends. Alright guys, if you are a returning subscriber, this spreadsheet means something to you. You know how to use this, and this is basically how I'm betting the card. So let me real quick run through what I'm doing here. And then we're gonna move to the breakdowns, and always guys, there is the timestamp for each fight breakdowns. Always feel free to browse through that, alright? In respect to everybody's time. Okay, the fight between Drakkar, Rodriguez and Aiemann, Zahabi. I'm picking Rodriguez. I'm not betting the fight. When I'm saying I'm not betting, I'm considering the straight and the parlays, but obviously all the prop bets that I would be considered taking, they are here. It doesn't mean that I have those lines. It means that I would bet these guys if I find those lines. All those lines you can also find in the breakdown, alright? So Landwehr versus Julian and Rosa. I'm picking Landwehr, not betting the fight. Then Chavez versus Jared Gordon. I'm picking and betting Chavez, super small amount. Not that confident, but still gonna try to put some money there. Drakkar Klose versus Jai Herbert. I'm picking and betting Herbert. Casey O'Neill versus Shana Dobson. I'm picking and betting Dobson. I think this is the best bet of the card in my opinion. This is a medium quality bet. So I'm throwing 3% of my money on Shana Dobson. Rosa versus Darrick Minner. I'm picking Rosa. I'm not betting the fight. Jamall Emmers versus Skelly. I'm picking Emmers. I'm not betting the fight. Aspinall versus Andrei. Picking Aspinall. Not betting the fight. Chris Daukaus versus Alexei Oleinik. Picking Daukaus. Not betting the fight. Rafael Alves versus Michael Trizano. I'm picking Trizano. I'd like to get a decision prop bet on Trizano. So as of now, I'm not betting the fight. Wineland versus John Castaneda. I'm picking and betting Castaneda. 1.75% of my money, quite decent. Ketlin Vieira versus Yana Kunitskaya. I'm picking Vieira. I'm not betting the fight. Curtis Blaydes versus Derek Lewis. I'm picking Blaydes. I'm not betting the fight. Then Sergey Spivak versus Vanderaa. I'm picking Spivak. I'm not betting the fight. Alright, so on to the breakdowns, guys. I'm gonna be trying to make this compact and nice so it doesn't go for so long, this video. Actually, there is this fight between Haws versus Nassourdine Imavov. Let me add up that one real quick here, 1 second. Alright, so between Haws versus Nassourdine Imavov, I'm picking Imavov. I'm not betting the fight, alright? So there we go, let's move on to the breakdowns. Like I said guys, I tried to make this nice and compact, not to extend this video too much. Always feel free to drop your comments in the section. Let me know how you guys are betting the fight, what you guys think about all of this, alright? So Haws versus Nassourdine Imavov. This fight has been moved from a previous card, probably was UFC on ESPN 20. So yeah, what I commented in that time was that basically Haws has a very strong, offensive striking. He's like an explosive guy, likes overhands, likes to jump into guys, shoot for takedowns, take top position, can float pretty well from top, land ground and pound, can take, can do good control, can take the guys' backs. But what I don't like much about Haws is his cardio, because he's so powerful and explosive and relies on that a lot. And if he cannot finish the guy on the first round, he tends to fade. And from the third round, he's pretty much, very tired, and the other guy can come on top a lot after that. Imavov is a guy that has a pretty good striking, he's good on the feints, he's good throwing straight punches, can throw some left hooks here and there. But he's not perfect himself. He's better than Haws in the defensive part on the striking. He moves a little bit better, hits a little bit more angles, better defense, hands up, but still he can be hit a little bit, likes to brawl at times, and he start trading with guys he can brawl, so that concerns me a little bit on this fight. but still, he's the more consistent guy, hands down. On the clinching and on the grappling part, pretty decent wrestling. Phil Haws is the better wrestler, but if Haws is tired, Imavov definitely can take Haws down. Like I said, land, ground and pound, maybe float a little bit. He's also not bad, not a bad grappler from the top. From the defensive part, he has quite good takedown defense. He's a tall guy, quite long, well trained, good underhooks, go over under, controls the head, so he's pretty good there too. I like his cardio way better than Phil Haws, and he's more consistent throughout the fight, alright? So for Haws to win the fight, I would say for him to use lots of calf kicks. He's a superior wrestler here. So, yeah, use this to his advantage, use lots of kicks, kick this guy's arms, because he's pretty much a boxer. So if he can nullify the arms, it would be good. And I would like to see Phil Haws, preserving a little bit the cardio, exploding, but then preserving the cardio again, explode again, try to, corral this guy, take him down, and if he cannot finish, be patient, preserve the cardio, and go again. Imavov has to, basically weather the storm, try to, land lots of straight punches, take this guy down, and from the second round, pick up the pace. So, like I said, my pick is Imavov, and I'll be picking him by decision. These would be the prop bets that I'll be taking. I found a great bet on Imavov. I got very sorry that this fight got cancelled, because when they first opened Imavov, it was plus 155 favorite dog. I had a good bet on Imavov, so now it's a pick'em fight. At a pick'em level, I think it's quite tricky to straight bet or parlay this fight, but I like these prop bets that I'm putting here, especially Nassourdine Imavov on the round 2 and round 3. If you can find these prop bets, they are great prop bets in my opinion, alright? So take a look for Imavov in the round 2 and round 3. On to the next fight, Drakkar Rodriguez versus Aiemann Zahabi. Rodriguez is a guy that I think there's quite a lot hype behind him. He's very young, he's probably 23 or 24. Pretty good, everywhere, like I'm putting here, you guys can see by the stars. When he goes, with the striking and offensive part, does a pretty good job of, going with straight punches, can use head kicks, can use calf kicks. He also packs some punch, so he's also quite aggressive. Good volume, plus has the punching power, so that's why he's got 4-star. He's still developing, guys, don't get it wrong, because his technique is not yet polished, but he has a complete pack in terms of toughness, will, heart, and power that gives him all of these 4 stars here. All right, on the defensive part, he's not too much defensive, but still he fires with the opponent. So when the opponent comes towards him, it's not that easy. So that's why I'm giving 4-star him here. On the offensive, grappling pretty decent. On the defensive, pretty tough to hold down, good underhooks, And like I said, young guy, strong, and so it's a combination of strength and power and use. So he's got 4-star everywhere and a little bit of technique too. Aiemann Zahabi, to be honest, guys, on the striking part, this guy's not the best because he doesn't pack that much power, And the problem that I have with Zahabi, it shows pretty much here, is that he's not that confident. I think confident when he starts getting hit, he doesn't like it, he's not in there for a war, he likes to play a technical fight. But at this level in the UFC, guys are coming, both technically well-rounded and solid, plus they got the toughness. So I definitely think that Aiemann Zahabi has got the technique, but at least from the tape that I have seen, he doesn't have the toughness. So in terms of striking, also doesn't pack that much power. His striking is pretty decent with the leg kicks, with the head kicks. He uses quite well, good timing and everything, but lacks volume, lacks effectiveness, lacks the risk taking, and lacks the power. So his 3 stars here. On the grappling part, he's very good. I'm not giving him 5-star because he's not the best wrestler, and he doesn't use the takedowns as often as he could. But in terms of BJJ, this guy is very good, black belt under his brother, Firas Zahabi, great grappler. And the problem that I have with this guy, like I said, is the consistency, is the toughness, the strength, the will to win the fights. He doesn't have that, right? So Rodriguez has to feint, come with the straight punches, defend the takedowns, and basically, go ugly and make it this guy uncomfortable and keep putting the pressure. Zahabi has to frustrate him, take him down, survive the onslaught, and like this guy to push up the pace a little bit, but he has to come on top on this part here. So the pick is Rodriguez. I'm picking him by TKO. I think if he puts the pressure, I think Zahabi will break. But in terms of prop bets, live bets, this is how I would go. Alright? And always feel free to pause the video here. There's some comments that I put. I think they're worth your time. It helps your analysis, I would say. Alright? So Nate Landwehr versus Julian Rosa. Another fight that it's a crash of styles here. Nate Landwehr is a pressure guy, you know, grinder mentality. This guy doesn't have the best technique on the feet, you know, both defensive and offensively and defensively. Likes, you know, straight punches, good calf kicks, but comes squared, comes in straight lines, same pace all the time, not that much power. So he's got 3 stars here. In terms of grappling, decent wrestling, puts up the pressure, but it's just decent. It's not high level, doesn't have much BJJ. So he's 3 stars here. Defensively, 4 star because he's tough to take down. You know, good underhooks, tough guy to hold down. And in terms of consistency and power and will and heart, he's 4 star on the consistency. Doesn't have that bad game plan, so 4 star is a good rating. And 5 stars in terms of toughness and heart. This guy is a grinder. He pushes the pace and he's in for the war. Julian Erosa, very long guy, tall, you know. But the problem, you know, he doesn't basically use very much his length and his height. He crashes decent. He drops his hands for some reason, you know. His punches come in weird angles, always loopy punches. So he could do way better with the straight punches, you know, use his to his advantage, his physical attributes, but he doesn't quite do it. But still, technique's pretty decent, but again, gets hit quite a bit, you know, doesn't have the best chin, so I'm giving him 3 stars on the offensive and defensive part. It's pretty even, like you guys can see. In terms of grappling, he's a good, quite decent grappler, I can say, you know, not bad. But doesn't have the wrestling, so he's 3 stars here. Can get taken down, not that active from the back, so 3 stars here as well. And in terms of consistency, not the most consistent guy. I think he doesn't have good game plans. I think he has quite good cardio, you know, so I'll give him that. But I don't know, man, could be 4 stars here easily, but still I'm gonna give him 3 stars because I don't like much of his game plans. And in terms of strength and use and power, he's a tough guy, don't get it wrong, but his chin has been tested a couple of times, so I don't trust much his chin, so that's why I'm giving him 4 stars here. So Landwehr has to use lots of jabs, you know, has to use lots of calf kicks. He's a superior wrestler, so he can kick more. And I think he should keep pushing the pace, make it dogfight, make this guy uncomfortable, and basically use his, you know, style to his advantage. Erosa, I'd like him to use straight punches. You know, I know that's not much his style, but I think he has to fix that at some point. And basically counter this guy's takedowns with knees, you know, land to the knees. And if he can take Landwehr down, would be a good one because he has such a long arms, can always get a choke, you know, with the Bravo chokes and anacondas. So it would be good if he can attack Landwehr's neck, alright? So the pick is Landwehr by decision, and this would be the prop bets that I'll be taking here. Feel free to pause the video, read these comments, I think they're worth your time. Sergey Spivak versus Vanderaa, another fight that moved from a previous card. Spivak is the more technical guy. I'm giving 3 stars on the offensive. Could be 4. The problem that I have with this guy is the volume, you know. He has the technique. I like his straight punches, his leg kicks, you know. Pretty good at hit and getting out of the pocket. You know, not easy to hit. So he could be 4 stars, but like I said, doesn't have the volume. Also not the strongest puncher. So I'm giving him 3 stars here. On the defensive, he's a little bit better than Vanderaa. He moves better angles, you know, times his overhands better. Good kicks, so he's 4 star. Offensive grappling, yeah, good grappler, you know, good samba wrestling. Defensive, not easy to take down, difficult to hold down. Pretty good game plans and a very tough guy. Vanderaa, this guy's a power puncher, you know. He doesn't have the volume, that's why he's not 4 star. Even though he has the power, I'm giving 3 stars because I haven't seen enough of consistency on the striking. I see more like a guy that lands a power punch, then he finishes the guy. So I'm giving 3 stars because I don't think he's that effective. But still, it's pretty even on the offensive part. Defensively, he gets hit a little bit more than Spivak, you know. And even though he has a good overhand counter, I'm giving him 3 stars. Offensive clinch game, I like his clinch game. He's a big guy. He likes to hold guys there. He likes to use his size, push guys down, just basically using his strengths. But still, it's pretty good, so I'm giving him 4 star here. Defensive grappling 3 stars because not much takedown defense, you know, quite stiff on the feet, doesn't know how to grapple too much. So I'm giving him 3 stars. And in terms of consistency in game plans, not bad game plans. I'm giving him that. He knows how to use his size to his advantage. And in terms of toughness and heart, this guy's 5-star, hands down, heart of a champion. Spivak has to basically be more technical, use lots of straight punches, get out, and try to use single legs, make this guy hop on a leg, make this guy cardio wear down, pick up the pace from the second. Vanderaa has basically to get inside, use his superior size. If he can take him down, would be excellent. Hold Spivak down as long as he can, and trade a punch for a punch because he packs more power. All right. In terms of a pick, it's Spivak by decision. This would be the bets that I'll be taking. And again, feel free to pause here, guys. I think these comments are worth your time and help you and your analysis. Rafael, Alves versus Michael Trizano. Different styles again. Both great fighters. Alves is a guy that it's a very physical guy. He's not that tall, but he's very physical for the division, very muscular, very explosive, likes to get on the guy's face, swing hard, and he's got not bad technique. He swings a lot, but then he goes to kicks, like calf kicks, leg kicks, body kicks, flying knees. So this guy is quite creative. He's 4-star, he's not 5 because he doesn't have the volume. Defensively, not the best, basically holds his ground and tries to bang, can get hit. So I'm giving him 3 stars. On the grappling part, he doesn't have the best wrestling, and he's not the most active grappler, but still he has some BJJ under his belt. He's pretty, good there, so 4 stars is a very good rating. Defensive too, like I said, not that active because he explodes so much, but so it's not that consistent, but still the technique is there and explosiveness too, so he's 4-star. Defensively, pretty decent game plans, decent cardio, and a very tough guy, goes for a roar. He's there to win the fights. Now Trizano, a more technical fighter, he's not 5-star because he doesn't pack much power, but in terms of technique and volume, he's very good, like his straight punches, he's very calm, he slips the counters, he hits angle, he comes again. Defensively, tough guy to hit, times his counter pretty well. In terms of grappling, not the best. The grappling is not much his thing, even though he's evolving his game, not that easy to take down, but still once he gets taken down he struggles a little bit, so that's why I'm giving him 3 stars. And the clinch, he's more like a guy that can fight on the clinch but doesn't have much wrestling, so it's 3 stars here. And in terms of game plans, pretty good and quite tough guy. I see Alves more athletic and a little bit tougher, but Trizano definitely is a tough guy. He's got the height and a good reach also to back it up. Alves has to, basically push Trizano against the cage, make it ugly, Blitz should take this guy down, try to finish him. If he can't, he has to manage his energy. And if everything goes wrong, try to play the outside game, get the last minute takedown type of thing. Trizano has to use lots of volume, hit and go, and defend the takedowns and keep using his volume, slip the counters, be careful with the overhands and the left hooks, and basically do like a technical based game with the volume. So the pick is Trizano by decision. I'll take these prop bets here, and as always, feel free to pause and take a look on these comments for you guys to analyze. Rosa versus Darrick Minner. This fight is quite easy to predict. And on terms of striking, both of these guys, I'm giving them 3 stars. Rosa is a guy that likes to throw lots of volume, but in single strikes, lots of push kicks, body kicks, long hooks. Darrick Minner, if I remember correctly, he more like uses straight punches, sometimes swings here and there. But don't get it wrong, Minner, all he wants to do is bring the fight to the ground. He has a nasty guillotine, and he likes to basically blitz forward, go hard and fast on the first round, try to finish the guy in the first, and if he can't, then his cardio wears down a lot, and he basically loses the fight if he cannot finish on the first round. Now in terms of grappling for Rosa, he's the one that I can give him 5 stars. This guy is an elite grappler, good wrestling too, so he can chain wrestle. Could give him actually 4 stars because he doesn't have much wrestling. But on the defensive part, pretty tough guy to take down. He also counters all the time the wrestling. He can, pull guard, hit sweeps. He can attack leg locks. He can go for arm bars, chain submissions. So this guy is very complete on the ground. Good scrambler. So I'm giving 5 stars here. In terms of game plan, pretty decent. He doesn't have much skills in terms of striking. Doesn't have the best physical attributes, but quite good game plan, good cardio, and a very tough guy himself. All right. So Rosa has to basically try to defend the takedowns, weather the storm, protect the neck at all costs in round 1. Like I said, Miner, he's a guillotine specialist. His guillotine is nasty. So yeah, weather the storm the first, protect the neck, and then pick up the pace from the second. I think Miner has to use his time to his advantage, obviously, try to finish him quickly. But if he cannot finish, I think he should somehow try to manage his energy. It's not difficult that he wins the decision here, because I think striking is pretty even. So if he cannot finish the guy, he can try to manage the energy, use again his explosiveness, his skills to bring to the ground, and basically try to add to the decision. But obviously, I think he's gonna come fast and hard, gonna try to finish in the first round. If he cannot, I think Rosa will take over. Rosa by round 3 submission. So this probably is a great prop bet. Take a look on the round 2 also, because Rosa can finish. Also Miner on the round 2, there's some chance, but obviously Miner is much more likely to, if he's gonna win, gonna be by submission in the first round. All right, so these are the comments, guys. Please feel free to pause your video here and read it. Jamall Emmers versus Skelly. Again, different clash of styles. Emmers a very tall, long guy, very explosive, athletic, good striking. Likes to hop in and out. Good straight punches, long kicks. Can head kick. Defensively, not that easy to hit. He's very athletic, very fast. Likes to counter guys. So he's a very good striker. In terms of grappling, he's a very good wrestler. Can chain wrestle. He can also grapple pretty much and pretty well from top. I'm giving him 5 stars here. And in terms of defensive grappling, tough guy to take down, to hold down, good underhooks, gets back up quite quickly. And yes, can also scramble a little bit from the back. Plus he's very strong and athletic, so I'm giving him 4 stars. Very tough to hold him down. In terms of game plans, I like his game plans. He can add a good mix because he's very skillful, very well-rounded, and very tough, and he comes to win the fight. Now, Skelly, not the best striker, especially offensively. Defensively, he does a pretty good job because he's quite powerful. He doesn't look that much, but still, he's quite powerful. So he swings good with his opponents. When he starts landing, he does damage. But on the front foot, he's quite sloppy, to be honest. Like exposes the chin all the time, coming straight lines. So yeah, I'm giving him 2 stars here. A very good grappler. I'm not giving him 5 stars on the defensive part because he's not that active, but he's an elite grappler in terms of technique, has very long limbs, so it's very tough to deal with this guy on the ground. On the offensive part, great back taker, can throw all type of submissions, chain everything, so he's 5 star here, and I'm giving 4 on the defensive grappling. In terms of, I'm giving 4 stars here because he doesn't have the best cardio in the world, but a very tough guy. All right, so Emmers has to basically use his straight punches, use his striking, and I would say for him to get out, if he gets, if Skelly shoots, he has to explode out. Don't grapple with this guy. Even from top, I would say that he could grapple with a Skelly if he's from top, but I wouldn't risk if I was Emmers. And Skelly has basically to use the kicks because I don't think again that Emmers is gonna want to mess up with him on the ground. And I would say to use straight punches. He's more like a hooker, but I would like to see him using straight punches because has good range. And yeah, basically trade with this guy, shoot, take the body lock, take the back, bring to the ground, go to work. So the pick is Emmers by decision. I would take these prop bets here, guys. And again, feel free to pause the video here. I think all of these comments are worth your time. Drakkar Klose versus Jai Herbert. Klose is a guy that likes to put lots of pressure on guys. He's not the most technical, to be honest. Comes in straight lines, but has good volume and quite decent mix of attack. Straight punches, can get inside, make it ugly, use his hooks, use calf kicks, body kicks to the head. So he's 4-star on the offensive part. Defensively, not the best. He holds his ground basically to brawl. So he can get hit, he can get hurt a little bit. So I'm giving him 3 stars here. In terms of wrestling, pretty good wrestler actually, but not much of a grappler. So his grappling style is based on wrestling and control, some damage, but not much BJJ. So that's why he's 4-star here and 3 stars here. And in terms of game plans, pretty good game plans, but it's quite predictable because this is his style. He's a style that has got a style that is like a pressure grinder style, and but a very tough guy, young, very strong. Jai Herbert, he's a more technical guy. This guy is quite tall for the division, lots of straight punches, good volume, very good accuracy. I'm not giving 5-star because he doesn't. Actually, he packs good power, so he could be nearly 5-star, but sometimes he doesn't push the pace enough. Not the best volume, because basically the guys try to wear on him because he's so tall and so long. So guys have to come after him, otherwise they're gonna be picked, and that enhances his defensive striking. Lots of angles, great speed, great accuracy, great timing, very good punching with opponent, tough guy to hit. So he's definitely 5 stars on the defensive part. In the grappling part, pretty good wrestler too. He floats very well from top, so he's 4-star here. On the defensive part, not much his thing. On the grappling, he struggles a little bit from his back. Very good game plans. Actually could give him 5-star here. Excellent cardio, good experiences. Yeah, I could say that has pretty good experience, so he could be 5-star here. I'm not giving him 5 stars, even though he's a very tough guy. He doesn't have the best chin, and he's not the strongest for the division, obviously, because he's tall and long, so has to have a downside there. So Klose, hands up, chin down, make it ugly, get inside, make it a dog fight. Herbert basically fights his style, lots of footwork, angles, jabs, frustrate this guy, get him outside, land knees, and yeah, take him down if he gets over aggressive. I think would be an excellent game plan for Jai Herbert to take him down. This guy is a champion was a champion in BAM, I think, or any other promotion in Europe. So this guy is a great fighter, don't get it wrong. This is a very close fight. I'm picking Herbert. But like I said, both of these guys have the style to beat each other. I think Klose has a little bit better style than Herbert, but I like Herbert. Consistency, his experience. So this guy is also for real, don't get it wrong. So the pick is Herbert by decision. I would take all of these prop bets here if I can find any. And these are the comments that I think you guys can pause the video and read it. They're worth your time. Jared Gordon versus Danny Chavez. Gordon's a guy that is good when he's in the front foot. Pretty good volume. Likes to get inside, make it a dog fight. He's a good technical brawler. So he gets inside, bangs, and then he slips some wild strikes from the opponent, comes again. Defensively, not the best, gets hit quite a lot, not the best chin. Grappling, pretty good wrestler. Can float a little bit from top, but he's not at elite level, so he's 4-star here. Defensively, not the best, especially from his back, struggles a little bit. Also, not the best takedown defense in the world. I'm giving him 3 stars because he can create scrambles, can get underhooks. And in terms of game plan, quite decent, not bad game plans, and a very tough guy comes forward. I could give him 4-star. I'm not sure he's not the biggest guy, even in the featherweight division. And yeah, I'm not sure. His cardio is pretty good, actually. So yeah, between 4 to 5 stars. Danny Chavez, he's 4-star on the offensive striking. The problem with this guy, even though he has the technique and the power, is the volume and his consistency. When he starts throwing, it's scary. This guy has great, straight punches, hooks, uppercuts. He go flying knees. He can kick. So this guy on the front foot is scary. It's dangerous. But like I said, it comes in like bursts. So I can give him 4-star. Defensive, same idea. He's not that easy to hit. Throw very powerful calf kicks. And likes to punch with the opponent. But sometimes he make mistakes. So it's 4-star here. In terms of ground game, I think he's a pretty decent wrestler with some, grappling and good ground and pound. So I'm giving 4-star here. Defensive, not the best. Good takedown defense, but not much of a grappler. So that's why he's 3 stars here. And in terms of game plans, pretty decent. And I'm giving 4 stars because I don't like much. Actually, I could give him maybe, like 3 stars here and 5 here. He's a very tough guy, but still doesn't push the pace much. So yeah, let's keep this way. So Gordon has basically to use lots of angles, you know, and I would say for Gordon to get inside and make this guy wrestle and use his wrestling to his advantage, but he has to be careful because this guy is very powerful and very accurate. Chavez has to use lots of jabs, you know, use the calf kicks, and yeah, get some more angles, get a flurry of punches, you know, get out, defend the takedown. So he has basically fight his style, but being aware of Gordon's wrestling. So the pick is Chavez. I'm picking him by TKO because I think Gordon, at this point, you know, he drops the hand so much when he gets inside. Also, if Chavez starts landing, I think if Chavez blitz on him, Gordon gonna start getting hit and gonna, you know, basically get disoriented and finished. So I'm picking Chavez by TKO, and these are the prop bets that I will be taking. All right. It's Casey, right? The name of the girl? Yeah, Casey O'Neill versus Shana Dobson. Interesting fight, guys. Like I said, this is my biggest bet on the card. O'Neill, she's a pretty decent striker, you know, very young girl, developing fighter. But to be honest, guys, she's like has decent volume, but comes in straight lines, comes in squared. Defensively, doesn't move much, gets hit, tries to brawl, doesn't have much power. So I'm giving her 3 stars here. On the grappling part, has a quite good wrestling style, can float a little bit from top, good positions, good control, can scramble a little bit, you know, some ground and pound, but not elite, so she's 4-star here. Defensive grappling, can get underhooks, can scramble, again, good wrestler, so 4-star here for her. Consistency in game plan and toughness, she's a young girl, very tough, but doesn't have yet the best game plans, even though he has a very good cardio. Experience is also not there, so it's between 3 and 4 stars here. And in terms of her strengths, not the strongest girl, not the most powerful, so also between 3 and 4 stars here. Shana Dobson, I think she's got a pretty good striking, you know, like when she starts using the jab, the straight punches, she's also got good knees, good head kicks. And she puts up some good volume when she can. She moves the head pretty well. She has a boxing-oriented style, but still she added some kicks here and there, some knees. So she's got pretty decent strike. She's very heavy-handed, very powerful, explosive. So I'm giving her 4 stars here. Defensively, not that easy to hit. She's evolved quite a bit, you know, from the Ultimate Fighter series. She's got quite decent defense now, good hands, good you know, defense, good angles. Like I said, not that easy to hit. She also likes to bang a little bit, you know, she's got power, so she can punch with the opponent, use lots of jabs on the opponent coming in. So she's pretty good on defensive striking part. On the clinch, she's also evolved quite a lot here, guys. I got impressed by her latest, you know, performances. Can time a good double leg, can chain a little bit, you know, from the top. Pretty decent, you know. Of course, it's not her background, but still she's doing pretty good job, you know, between mixing wrestling, ground and pound, positions, control, between 3 and 4. And the same idea on the defensive grappling, she's got good underhooks, you know, evolve a little bit. Her submissions can throw some triangles to arm bars type of things, so between 3 and 4 as well. Both of these girls, right, between 3 and 4. Same comments here in terms of game plan. She's still developing fighter. She's like 31 or 30 years old, I don't know. But actually between 3 and 4 stars here. Same idea on the strengths and power type of thing. I think she's 4 to 4.5 stars. She's a pretty big girl for the division. Like I said, she packs power. And yeah, she's quite tough as well. All right, so she's a little bit better on this part than Casey O'Neill. So what does O'Neill have to do? She has to use the calf kicks, and I would like her. Yeah, she's a very good back taker. I'd like her shooting and takes Dobson's back, and for Dobson, use her superior speed and technique on the boxing power. Punch with her because she's got more power, more technique, and yeah, go ugly with elbows, explode. You know, because she's again the superior athlete. You know. So like I said, guys, this fight to me is quite close. Even though I think Shana Dobson at her best should dominate the fight. So my pick and my bet is on Dobson. I think she could finish O'Neill on the round 2 or round 3. And I would take these bets here as a prop bets, guys. Alright? So always feel free to, you know, pause the video here and take a look on these comments. Eddie Wineland versus John Castaneda. Wineland is a guy that is a very good offensive striker. Lots of movements, you know, lots of angles, lots of pressure, good accuracy, good power, overhands, left hooks, you know, good calf kicks. He puts his hands down and keep coming forward, you know, but like I said, packs a punch, good accuracy. Defensive, his problem is defensively because, like, again, chin is quite up, hands are down. The chin is not the best anymore, gets hit quite a lot. So I'm giving him 3 stars because he likes to punch with the opponent. He holds his ground in brawls. He's quite dangerous there. That's why I'm giving him 3 stars. In terms of grappling, he's not the best grappler. And defensively, he's not the worst because it's tough to get to this guy's leg. He's evolved a pretty good takedown defense, so I'm giving him 4 stars here. In terms of game plan, again, he's very effective, but doesn't have the best game plan. He doesn't adapt too much, so I'm giving him 4 stars because of his experience, his consistency. And as a very tough guy, has the heart of a champion, so he's definitely 5 stars here. John Castaneda. On the offensive part, yeah, he's pretty good, good straight punches, hits angles. Sometimes he blitzes. He has good, left liver shots. He blitzes inside of guys, straight punches, liver shots, and he can use head kicks. Pretty decent volume as well, but he doesn't have much range, much power is pretty decent, not that much power, not the best accuracy, so I'm giving him 4 stars here. Defensively, I could give him 4 stars. I saw some videos that he was doing pretty well, hitting angles, countering, so could go 4 star here, but still 3 to 3.5, right? Offensive ground and clinch game, he's a very good wrestler, very, very good, good trained wrestling, explosive double leg, he's fast. But in terms of BJJ, he's not at the elite BJJ level. That's why I'm not giving him 5 stars. And in terms of defensive grappling, pretty good, defending the takedowns. Very tough guy to hold down, but not the best BJJ player. Not much scrambles, sweeps, and type of things. So I'm giving him 4 stars here. In terms of game plans, pretty good game plans he's got. He's very complete, very good on the feet, on the ground, can grapple. So 4 to 5 stars here is very good there. And not much heart when he cannot win, when he cannot get his way around the fights. It's quite tough for him, so I'm giving him 4 stars here, right? So Wineland has to use his style, use his combo, his feinting, and defend the takedowns. Castaneda do the opposite, slip the bombs, shoot, and yeah, I would like to see Castaneda use lots of body kicks, especially kicking Eddie Wineland's arms, to slow those arms down. And take off a little bit of Wineland's power, all right? Because he's the better wrestler, so he can use more kicks, use calf kicks, and to the body too. The pick is Castaneda by decision. I got a bet on Castaneda quite early at plus 140. I think now it's a plus 110, so it's quite tricky to bet at these lines, but still, take a look on a prop bet Castaneda by decision. I think it's worth your time and also worth your money. And here, obviously, feel free to pause the video and take a look on these comments. Aspinall versus Andrei Arlovsky. Again, different style. Aspinall is a very complete fighter, guys. This guy is for real. This guy has championship potential. I'm giving him 5 stars for offensive striking. He's got the power, the volume, the athleticism, good range, very dynamic, with the explosive. He uses different pacing, during the fights, which is tough to predict, Besides, he's got, good kicks, can use calf kicks, can hit angles, go with the hooks, can go ugly, can go technical, so he's definitely 5 star on this regard. Defensively, tough guy to hit, swings very hard with the opponent, and he's definitely 4 stars. He's also a very good grappler, guys. This guy was a competitor in England, in the UK. As a very good grappler, he's got. I'm not giving him 5 star because he's not the best wrestler, but still he has good. He's got a good double leg and he can scramble a little bit. Very good ground and pound, so I'm giving him 4 stars here. Defensively, same idea. Not easy to take down. Big guy, good underhooks, very well trained, so definitely 4 stars here. Good game plans, guys. I could give him 5 star. I'm not giving because he doesn't have the best, the greatest experience to this point. So I think this fight gonna show us a lot, and I think Aspinall gonna come as a top contender after this fight. But still, I'm still gonna give him 4 star here. A very strong, big, tough guy. Definitely 5 star here. Championship potential, like I said. Arlovsky. This guy has been around for quite a while. Very consistent guy, But in terms of skills, offensively, he's not the best. You know, he used mostly double overhand rights. You know, he's right hand happy. Try to use some jabs, some kicks, but still, his thing is still the overhand and the right hand. Defensively, he's pretty good. You know, I like the way he hits angles, the way he manages the distance. Use lots of jabs when the opponent comes in. So he's definitely 4-star here. Like I said, a very experienced guy. And in terms of clinching, pretty good too. You know, this guy can wrestle a little bit, even though he doesn't use too much. But good control on the clinch, good strikes, knees up the middle, uppercuts. You know, tough guy to take down, good angles, tough to get to his legs. So definitely 4-star here. And in terms of, I could give him 4-star because of the experience, but I don't like much his game plans, his adaptability. Cardio is pretty good, so actually let me put this 4-star here because he deserves, because pretty decent cardio and crazy experience, so he's definitely 4-star here. And in terms of strength, size, use, he doesn't have any more. You know, he's probably 42, 41, I don't know. And he's not at his prime any longer, so he's got 3 stars here. Aspinall has to basically use his athleticism, you know, make this guy commit and then come back with the power and make it ugly and finish this guy. And yeah, shoot at the end of the round, he's a better wrestler. And Arlovsky has basically to use his consistency, weather the storm, make it this guy frustrated with lots of jab. If he can take Aspinall down, would be very good. And test this guy in deep waters. That's what Arlovsky has to do, and that's what the UFC wants. That's why the UFC wants this fight, right? They want to test Aspinall whether he can take a tough guy like Arlovsky. If we can't finish Arlovsky, if we can take Arlovsky to the deep waters and, you know, swim there. Aspinall by TKO in round 1, and these are the prop bets. Guys, feel free to pause here, take a look in the comments. I think they are worth your time. Chris Daukaus versus Alexei Oleinik. Again, different style, guys. Daukaus is a pretty good striker, you know. He's evolved quite a bit. I'm surprised with this guy. He really, you know, brought a great... he's a great prospect, you know, in the heavyweight division. Still quite young guy. So good, you know, straight punches, good hooks, good knees up the middle, good angles, you know, both offensively and defensively. I'm giving him 4-star there. On the grappling part, can, you know, on the clinch do a good job, but not much of a wrestler, so that's why he's 3 stars. And defensively, pretty good too, you know, tough guy to hold, good takedown defense, so 4-star there. You know, not much of a BJJ guy, so that's why he's not 5, but still pretty good. And great game plans, you know, I'm impressed, honestly, you know, with this guy's performance, like I said. And not the biggest, not the most athletic guy, that's why he's 4-star here. Oleinik, the guy has ridiculous experience, you know, offensive striking. I'm giving him 3 stars because he's so tough. He pushes it crazy forward, you know, until the guys break or he gets the guy's neck or he breaks. So it's very tough to deal with this guy. I'm giving him 3 stars. Defensively, pretty poor, to be honest, you know, gets hit quite a lot. But he doesn't care. He gets hit, he comes back, you know, try to get inside, try to brawl, bring it to the ground. No offensive, I'm giving him 4 stars on the ground and clinch game because he doesn't have the wrestling. But this guy is a great, you know, BJJ player, especially under his back. Those Ezekiel chokes are there all the time. He creates scrambles. He can, you know, take leg locks. He can go, you know, arm bars. Can create sweeps, back take. This guy is a very dangerous fight. You know, he's the boa constrictor for a reason. It's very tough to deal with this guy on the ground. Not the best game plans, guys. Doesn't have the cardio. The use also is not there. He's 42, 43, I don't know. So he's not at his... Probably he's at his prime, you know, interestingly enough. But still, I'm giving him 3 stars here. And I'm giving him 4 stars in terms of athleticism and strength. Because he's quite a strong guy. Could give him 3 stars here, maybe. But still, I'll leave it like this. So Daukaus has to, you know, land that right hand, you know, break the clenching and yeah, be ready for the choke defense. Oleinik has to use the lots of kicks, I would say, you know, especially the calf kicks, because he's a superior grappler. I don't think Daukaus is gonna mess with him on the ground. And pull guard, you know, if anything goes wrong, he does that. He pulls guard and you know, basically wear on this guy, make him grapple, and try to win on a grappling match. All right. So the pick is here. It's wrong. The pick is Daukaus. And it's by TKO, if I'm not mistaken. And the prop bets, let me pull them real quick up here. Let me see if I can find. If not, I'll pause real quick. Daukaus here. Yeah, so I'll take this Daukaus TKO plus 450 or Oleinik submission. Or Oleinik sub plus 700, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'll take these prop bets, and if you guys can find it, I think there was a step there. Okay. Awesome. On to the co-main event, Ketlen Vieira versus Yana Kunitskaya. Vieira is a girl that's a very big girl for the division, you know. I'm giving her 4-star on the offensive striking. She likes to put up volumes, you know. She's got a good jab, pretty decent right swing. She's not much of a straight puncher, but she has got good power on the hooks, put up with the volume. She's a very tough girl. So I'm giving her 4 stars here. On the defensive part, not the best. Chin is up, can get hit quite a bit. Chin has been tested before, so 3 stars here. On the grappling part, she's in a very good, you know, elite level BJJ player. Big girl, like I said, good clinch game, you know, good takedowns, can chain a little bit the wrestling. She can, you know, use BJJ throws, body locks throws, and very good on the ground. Big girl, 5 stars hands down. Defensively, pretty good, you know, difficult to hold, difficult to take down, but from her back, she's not the most active girl, so I'm giving her 4 stars. Decent game plans, very tough girl, you know, so she's got 4 stars here. Kunitskaya, she's a decent striker, you know. She's more dynamic than Ketlen Vieira. She has more volume, but she doesn't pack much strength and power. So that's why she's 3 stars. She likes to, you know, use jabs, you know, lots of jabs, straight punches. She likes to kick quite a bit, you know. She has some taekwondo background, so she likes to use body kicks. But like I said, not much power, so she kind of doesn't get the other girls' respect too much. Defensively also, you know, she's not that easy to hit, but, you know, not the best counter puncher type of thing, so I'm giving her 3 stars here. On the offensive clinch game, she's very strong on the clinch, you know, on the double underhooks and the control. That's her game. She likes to use head position, lots of knees up the middle. I'm not giving her 5 star because she doesn't have much wrestling. And on the grappling defensively, I could easily give her 4 stars because she's so great on the underhooks and in the clinch. But not much of a BJJ girl, doesn't create much scrambles, struggles from her back, so she's 3 stars here, alright? Quite good game plans, but, you know, it's quite predictable to know what she's gonna do. She's gonna try to use the straight punches, the kicks to the body, and the clinching, you know. So I'm giving her 4 stars because she's pretty effective. And a very tough girl, I like her toughness, you know. So Vieira has to use the jabs, the right hands, you know, and put lots of pressure and make it a grappling match. Kunitskaya has to, yeah, basically hit this girl, use her superior speed, get out, and yeah, break the clinch, man. She cannot grapple with Vieira. Vieira is so strong, so big that it's gonna be tough for her. So she basically has to level up her game, use more striking, and you know, get out of the clinch. The pick is Vieira by decision. I would take this prop bet either way by decision. Could be close. Kunitskaya has very good underhooks. This girl can get hit quite a bit, so she could be close. Both of these girls gonna have their moments, you know. Kunitskaya was at plus 250, I think. But now there was money coming on Kunitskaya, but still, I think it's quite tricky to bet this guy. I don't advise this too much. I think the prop bets are the best in this case. But I would say, yeah, it's a tough fight to bet, guys, honestly, you know, because Vieira should win this, but the chin is not that, it's not the best. It's a good chin. It's a very good chin. The problem is that she carries the chin very up, you know, and but still cannot count that Kunitskaya going to hurt her. So, you know, it's back and forth here, you know, and the line is pretty weird. So that's why I would go prop bets, all right? On to the main event. Curtis Blaydes versus Drakkar Klose. Blaydes is a guy that likes to use lots of jabs. You know, he's got very long arms, so good jabs. Tries to use the straight punches, but he's not much of a striker. It's more like a paced striking, like 1-2, then he waits, and he goes a jab. He waits again, tries one kick here and there. Not much power, not much accuracy, not much volume. So I'm giving him 3 here. Defensively, holds the ground a bit too much. You know, can get hit. So 3 here too. In terms of wrestling, he's known by his wrestling game, but he doesn't have much grappling. So that's why I'm giving him 4 stars, and it's quite generous here, guys, to be honest, because His wrestling is not that like great wrestling. He's like a double leg, can ching a little bit, but it's not that difficult to stuff, and he doesn't have much control too. So 4 star is definitely generous here, and defensively, I haven't seen this guy grappling too much, but I'm assuming that he doesn't have much grappling from his back. And yeah, I'm not sure if he catches a better wrestler, what he's gonna do, you know. In terms of game plan, pretty good, you know. Sometimes he brings some sharper hands, you know, like he did against Cigano, and then backs up with the wrestling. So pretty good game plans. Very tough guy. Derek Lewis on the offensive part, this guy's just ridiculous. It's massive power, and this guy starts landing. It's ridiculous. But the problem is that it's so inconsistency, right, guys? You know, it's like a blitz. If he puts the guy out, okay, he did it. But if not, then he just waits. You know, it's pretty weird. He waits, and then until he explodes. Defensively, pretty bad and poor, to be honest. You know, can get hit quite a lot. He waits, he gets hit, and then he comes, swings, and he goes to the front foot. So 2 stars is definitely the rating here. Quite decent grappling, you know, from the top, especially crazy ground and pound. This guy power is just ridiculous. Very big guy, you know, top of the weight class, but not consistent, not the best wrestling, you know. So 3 stars here. Defensive grappling. He's a big guy, you know, not that easy to take down, quite athletic type of thing, but still, you know, he fights with a stance. It's a narrow stance, so it's not that difficult to take him down, you know, even though he can sprawl, can get an underhook here and there. But yeah, not that difficult. And from his back, he can create scrambles because he's so strong. But in terms of technique, you know, pretty poor. Doesn't have much, you know. So I'm giving him 3 stars here. Not the best game plan. It's pretty weird, you know. But somehow he finds his way in fights, you know. That's why I'm giving the 4 star here. He can, you know, explode, wait, and then he goes again, and suddenly he's surprised with some flying knee, jumping kick, you know, and then he comes with the right hand when you don't expect. So let's give him 4 stars here to be generous to him as well. And cardio, heart, and toughness, yeah, man, I'm giving him 4 stars. Probably don't know why. Maybe 3 stars more than enough, because this guy is not doesn't have the best cardio. It's pretty weird to watch him fight. So yeah, I think it's I'll go 3 stars here. So Blaydes has to, you know, use single legs, make this guy wear this guy's cardio down, you know, slip the right hand. That's basically what Lewis has, and take him down, hold him down, attack with the submissions. That's probably what's gonna happen. Lewis has to use his superior power, his athleticism, so get inside or stay all on the outside. Make this guy overextend and come with the right hand, and get him down, you know, land the bombs. And what do I have here? Yeah, if he can take Curtis Blaydes down, would be very good for, you know, Lewis to land those bombs from the top. Alright, so the pick is Blaydes by decision. This would be the prop bets that I'll be taking. You know, yeah, take a look on this TKO. You know, I think it's gonna be nearly impossible to find this line, but maybe round 4 or round 5, if these guys, you know, cannot finish each other in the beginning, it's maybe weird, you know, and then they hold off until the round 4 and round 5, and they could start banging, you know. So yeah, take a look on this prop bet here. You may find this line, you know, as crazy as it sounds. All right. So guys, this will do for the breakdown. I hope you guys appreciate it. It was quite some time here, even though I tried to make quite concise. So just to wrap this up in terms of the bets, I have a bet on Danny Chavez at plus 110, 0.5% only, not that confident. Jai Herbert, pretty decent bet, 1.75%. Shana Dobson, the best bet in the card in my opinion, 3% of my money. Then I have a bet on John Castaneda at at plus 140, 175% of my money. All right, and guys, as promised, the latest results. So the last card UFC 257, I risked 8% of my money. Some fights got cancelled. Then it came back 4.52, so I lost overall 3.5% of my total money. But it was 43% loss on the card. All right, so the picks also was pretty difficult. You know, I don't know. Some fights, some results came out. So 33%, I got 3 out of 9. I didn't get any correct bet on the juices and half on the dogs. All right, and in terms of the overall profit for January so far is 37.0, 9% total profit per event, 12%, and I have I think this is somehow wrong. For this month, I'm up nearly 3% my overall betting money. Okay, so this is how it is. And if you're interested to see the results for 2020, there is in the description the link to the video that I made. All right. Awesome, my friends. Again, I hope you enjoyed. Here was a pretty long video, but I wanted to do the full card prediction so it makes it easier for you guys to read. Everything is concise here, and obviously wanted to give some detail on the breakdown so you guys can hear what's in my head to help you guys with the analysis. I hope you appreciate what I'm doing here. This is it's a hobby of mine, but obviously if you're feeling that I'm helping you somehow, consider supporting the channel. If not, like this video, subscribe. Stay tuned for the comments if some events get canceled or moved. I'll make sure that I add them. Let me know how you guys are betting the fights. Obviously interesting for me. And follow me on Instagram if you'd like. You can drop me a message here and there. And yeah, I think that's it we're gonna do for this for today, guys. And I'll see you around. And until the next time, this is Roder My Bet, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.